What's up, everyone? Trent here.
Along with Julia.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're checking out the first episode of Secret Invasion. Who do you trust?
No one.
I know who I trust. I trust Samuel L. Jackson, aka Nick Fury, to get to the bottom of why the Skrulls are invading Earth. Very excited to feel that espionage, Winter Soldier vibe, and just the unease of not knowing who's a Skrull and who's not.
That's going to be the most interesting thing out of it, is we're going to question everything.
Question everything, trust no one.
Yep.
Let's check it out.
Let's go.
It's already like Winter Soldier with the big bold words.
Yes, I'll be right there. Don't move.
Hey, Everett.
Imagine a world where information can't be trusted. Not very hard, is it? News service says one thing. Website says another. Society starts to fray. All we can turn to are the people we care about. But what if those people weren't who we thought they were?
It's a very interesting monologue to be showing while Everett's walking.
The ones we've trusted our whole lives were someone else entirely.
That layering of distrust.
What if they weren't even human?
Agent Prescott, respectfully, what exactly are you talking about?
Chaos. And that's only the beginning. 5 global terrorist strikes within the past year, each one claimed by a different group.
It's business as usual.
That's precisely what they want you to think.
It's too normal.
You realize that the entire world is at war?
The atmosphere has been tense.
There is an architect to that tension, Agent Ross. These attacks are escalating. If they hit the soil of a major power,
So you think the same people are behind all of this?
All of it.
not people. Skrulls.
Skrulls.
Oh, come on, Ross, you know the stories. This didn't start yesterday. It started 30 years ago when the Skrulls found Earth. Carol Danvers and Nick Fury promised to find them a new planet. But now they don't want just any planet. They want ours.
Yeah. Interesting that Ross didn't flinch when Skrulls was mentioned.
Yeah.
And there is only a tiny handful known to live on Earth. That's barely enough to...
To what? You have no goddamn idea what you're talking about, Ross. There could be thousands of them, tens of thousands, and you would never know.
You never know.
Yes, Skrulls can shapeshift. Yes, they're looking for a new home. But as you say, the only Skrull contact has been through Nick Fury. That means they're our allies.
Then where is Fury?
He's on Saber. And if I'm going to bring him down for whatever the hell this is, I need to give him something more than just theories. I need evidence.
Yeah, fair.
Ross has given out a lot of info then on where Fury's location is.
Yeah.
And
All these other attacks, they would be nothing compared to this. This is the one that sets the world on fire.
He's just so calm. He's not.
I stopped filing reports at the office. Don't know who I can trust anymore, other than you.
Hey, Prescott, look, I'm here to help. Okay? So let me take this, and I'll
Oh, no.
give the information to Fury. Okay?
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh god. Oh god.
I need an extract fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't look back. Eyes forward.
Academica Metro Station, 6 blocks northeast.
Yep. Run.
See him just slap.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ow. Ow.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, very creative. I mean, he's fast, very fast.
Yeah. Oh!
Ow.
Ow!
Ow.
Ow!
Ross. Show me your hands. Rukia.
Oh!
Talos.
It's me.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm chasing him.
He is a
Oh,
yes, he's a scroll.
He was one of you.
No, he's one of them.
Interesting use of words.
Yeah.
He's one of you. No, he's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just that whole opening made you second guess who was who, the paranoia settling in. Like, yeah, it's just great. Like, oh.
Yeah, you're now looking back on interaction
Yeah.
and going like, if he did like with being choked out, if he did just show that little bit of green, you'd be like, oh yeah, cool
Yeah.
scroll. But showing none of it and being like, oh God, no, we don't want him like.
Yeah. So
I bring you love.
it's bringing love. Break its legs.
Sorry.
But we know that Talos is in regular communication with Fury as well. It's been a while.
Gravity ain't going to be good to your knees.
I like that he's showing off his eye now.
Welcome back to Earth.
I'm glad Kobe Smalters is back as Maria.
Stairs.
Nick's looking really beaten, like defeated.
Santa Milica. That's a scroll sky plant. Soren, she brought the seed with her wherever she went. And it's changed since she planted it. It's adapted to the planet.
No, you always believed that was possible.
It's a metaphor for what
still
scrolls do.
We've been helping you for all these years to ensure that you kept your promise. But after the blip, you were different. And then you disappeared. Carol Danvers disappeared. And so did Gaia.
Hold it. Your daughter disappeared to where?
She was young. Angry that our people still don't have a home. I got kicked off the council, pushed into exile, but Gravik, mate, he took your abandonment that much harder.
Gravik
It's-
is now the
It's
newest
interesting
member
still
of the Skrull
seeing the
Council.
fallout from the
He
blip.
preys on the
And the
collective
emotional
rage
trauma
of young,
that it's created.
displaced Skrulls.
Where is his ass?
He's here. He's in
Interesting. So he's going
Skrulls
after
are
the
immune
younger
to
displaced scrolls to
radioactivity, and Russia
influence.
has the most abandoned nuclear plants on Earth. This is what Agent Ross's imposter was trying to cover up: schematics for a dirty bomb intercepted by Prescott. Prescott had been monitoring a new radical group called the AAR, Americans Against Russia, which he believed to be the next Skrull front for a terrorist attack.
Well, Gravik's trying to start a war between Russia and the United States.
And that was Prescott's theory.
And he's going to use this bomb to do it.
We brought you here for a reason. If he succeeds, your species will cease to exist.
Going for a walk.
Yeah.
You're going for a walk in Moscow at night. You're gonna stand out.
We have a situation, Mr. President.
Concerning?
Agent Fury, we've just received word that he's left Saber.
What do you mean he left Saber?
Hey, Rhodey.
Well, I try to think of a different word. Abandoned, departed.
Agent Fury is building out the most complex aerospace defense system in the history of mankind.
Can't just leave.
No, I agree, sir. And unfortunately, we also intercepted an encrypted message from Agent Hill to Agent Fury. We haven't been able to decode it yet, but we know they're old friends. Given the fact that I could reach neither Agent Hill nor Agent Fury, they're effectively AWOL.
Deal with it.
Yes, sir.
Deal with it. Yeah, two of the biggest.
Two of the biggest, yeah. Walking secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, don't trust that.
Don't.
Or that. She's not wearing a coat!
Дочка, дочка, что ты тут делаешь? Иди домой быстро. Дочка, быстро.
Whoop.
Yep.
So, did you just have me extraordinarily renditioned by a group of your thugs?
Were you not extraordinary?
So
You
proud.
can only scratch the surface of mediocrity. You must be finally putting it all together. Well done. Drink?
Loved one, do you have some sort of clock fetish that you've been keeping from me all these years?
There's an old English spy master that started the tradition. A clock goes up when your time in the circus is done. Oh, make yourself at home, Fury.
Don't mind if I do.
I just
Let's
love
go,
that
yeah.
concept of she's literally
pretty
just shown
sure
how
you
many
recollect
faces
my
she has
drink
by the clock
choices.
she
Yeah.
has.
Well, I might have welcomed you
Spy
home, but I
games.
still haven't forgiven you for destroying my very expensive flat.
You mean city?
So it's bottom shelf piss for you or nothing at all.
Suburbia.
So, what are you doing in Moscow?
Same as you, trying to kill the Skrull Rebellion in its crib. What do you know about a heist at a black market storage facility in Kazakhstan?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Bull.
You know, I may not know when a Skrull is pretending to be a human, but I sure as hell know when a human is lying. You know damn well what was in that storage vault.
The fact that you don't know tells me all I need to know about this new, rather old Nick Fury. I think Thanos' snap changed you. Taught you that no matter how hard you fight for what's right, there's always someone stronger to undermine you.
You seem to forget this old Nick Fury has 30 years of hands-on experience with the Skrulls. I know the nature of this threat way better than you ever will. We used to work pretty well together back in the day.
Back in the day, you would have seen my rather mediocre bagmen coming a mile away. The fact that you didn't see them coming means you haven't a hope in hell of seeing Gravik and his rebels coming.
Oh, I think he knew.
Which makes you,
Yeah.
as a partner, rather pointless.
I let your men take me so I could get to you.
I mean this as a friend, Fury. But go back to your space station. You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
If your memory jogs about that Kazakhstan thing, call a brother.
He's so suave.
He's so
I love his
suave.
charisma. I like that he was playing it the whole time. He's always on.
What do you want? Home in my own skin.
Take your natural form.
Guy's role in all this is going to be very
Welcome to
interesting.
New Skrullos.
New Skrullos.
We grow only Skrull produce here. Drink Skrull wine, wear Skrull skins. Whatever dangers you risk getting here, know they're worth it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so she's doing like humanitarian work to provide shelter, aid, and
Home.
home and celebrate
Yeah.
the culture.
We're over 500 strong now.
So, is everyone in the party?
The Resistance? No. Gravik provides refuge. But if you do choose to be a warrior, there is one advantage.
Okay.
Yeah? What's that?
You get to leave.
Everyone else stays in the compound. The warriors keep our human form. The longer we attach to our shells, the less likely we can be identified by humans and Skrulls alike.
Okay. Alright, so Gravik's running the operate. Ooh.
Oh.
Are we seeing memory integration or super scrolls being made?
What is your name? Warrior. What is your fight? Skrullos. What is your dream? Home. In my own skin. Bring in the shell. Americans against Russia. Your dreams are about to come true. Take his face.
Okay, so they're extracting his
Memories.
thoughts and memories, cognitive patterns.
Now take his mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's giving broader concept to what she said before about stay in the human skin.
How about the arrival of Agent Fury? For a man who's sworn off Earth, he would not have returned without cause.
Got that right.
Gravik has something very big up his sleeve. My mind is on this one. Vasily Poprishin.
Send in a raid now.
Yeah, if by now you mean wait until a Skrull rebel picks up the devices in order to follow them to their hideout, then yes, I totally agree.
the face.
Till she sees an ugly-ass Skrull like you, then she goes into hunting mode.
I'm considered good-looking amongst my kind.
You know, I know a bunch of good-looking Skrulls. You ain't one of them.
Okay, all right, guys. Here.
Talos, let me explain something to you. We're no longer in just a war with Gravik. We're in a race with Sonya Fallsworth, who celebrates the scorched earth policy, meaning she will annihilate any and everyone who's ever even heard the name Gravik. You want to save innocent Skrulls, you're going to have to hurt some people. Look, Gravik knows that mercy's your weakness. Time for you to prove him wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting, the different weight of that situation to all the different characters. Fury's just like, yeah, been there, done that.
That's too much sugar. I'm sorry.
It's giving away that he's a Skrull.
Fury's in town, Jay.
Is he?
A man says it's nothing to worry about. He's washed up, walks with a limp, can barely see out the good eye.
I see you've kept the circle tight on this one.
You are the cause.
Not the cause. Cause is home.
Yes, sir.
We go tomorrow, and we don't stop until Earth is ours.
You. Come with me. You take the cash to this address. You deal with Poprishin and no one else. I'll give you 2 bags. You get them to the Moscow safe house undisturbed and intact.
Testing her? Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if she is being like a double agent, relaying everything back to Talos.
All set.
You Poprishin?
Da?
Oh, shit. I got it.
It's also interesting to remember that they are so strong.
Yes.
Well, you know, not even 40 in human years. Haven't even gone on my midlife crisis shopping spree yet. What you get for yours?
The Avengers.
Yep. Pretty damn good.
No, mate, we don't want any shitty little paintings.
Then exactly what do you want?
Some damn good answers.
Just gonna bring the pistol out and
Got eyes on a possible person of interest. Initiating foot pursuit. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, just keep me informed.
But you gentlemen will have to call it another time. I'm late for an appointment.
Oh, well, who you meeting with?
My wife, Mr.
Oh,
Ooh, damn, this is nice.
That chair belonged to Louis XV. It's priceless.
Everything is priceless till it gets blown to bits in a hail of bullets. Agent Keller, anything in our file about this one having a wife?
Yeah, it has an ex-wife. Lives in Miami with a soccer player.
Oh, so we're gonna go ahead and call that a lie. Everybody gets one. Nobody gets two. Oh, you got any more of these comfortable ass Louis XIV chairs in there? How about a dirty bomb? Or you keep that in a crate in here somewhere?
I'm sorry, I do not know this term. Dirty bomb?
Boom goes the dynamite. Lie number 2. I just told you, everybody gets one. Nobody gets two.
You going to shoot me?
Maybe. Well, probably. But not right now.
You haven't given me anything yet.
Oh.
Your name's not Keller.
Skrull, name is Talos.
Ooh.
Talos? I got this. You sure?
Doesn't look like you do.
This is my fight. I said no. Tell me where the bombs are.
You prey on people.
I said no.
The words had hurt just as much as the pride of losing. Careful, Hill.
Where'd you go?
She.
Stop! Stop! Last warning!
Shooting at your daughter.
And this is gonna. Oh.
It's what you always say, but there's always another.
I know you're angry. This isn't you. This is not what your mother would have wanted.
Mum doesn't know what she wants.
Her last words? Fine, Gaia.
What?
She's dead.
How?
Why don't you ask the people that you work for?
Ooh.
You know that I'll protect you.
You can't protect anyone.
Gaia, I know.
It's interesting. You got both Fury and Talos being told that they're past it, that they failed at protecting and doing what they promised. Everyone doubting.
Три сколько хочешь. Все равно не будешь таким, как раньше.
Повторите, пожалуйста, товарищ. Bon. И пиво миллиардина, и толсто пьют мои друзья.
Водку.
Disappointed he's drinking bourbon. I would have figured he'd be a whiskey man.
It's good to have you back, Fury.
Is that sincere, or you just covering your bases?
You gonna tell me why you abandoned Earth?
Building out Saber.
Traditionally, we tell the truth during our chess games. Maybe that has changed too, though. I don't know.
Okay, let's just say I had a crisis of faith.
So why'd you come back?
It followed me up there. And I owe it to Talos.
You sure you're not talking about someone else? You gonna move?
I haven't decided.
See, that's what I'm worried about. The Fury I knew was always 3 steps ahead.
If I remember correctly,
You called me.
On Talos' request. You're not ready for this, Fury. There's a very real threat out there. You were never the same after the blip. You always told me there is no shame in walking away when the steps are uncertain. So check your footing. Otherwise, someone's gonna get hurt.
Excellent dialogue and physical metaphor on the chessboard.
Good work.
I barely made it out. Someone was waiting for me.
Someone you can identify.
No. Maybe we postpone the strike.
To the contrary, thanks to you, we have the bait.
Interesting word use.
Bait.
The bait, which implies trap.
So the dirty bomb's not the real
threat.
But she saw the cracks in her current mindset have already formed. Didn't give up a dad. Interesting. Very interesting.
Thanks for coming to see me.
You don't see me because I'm not here.
I understand. You're taking a risk.
A risk? Is that what you explained to Mum? That following you could get her killed?
Your mother died while you were working for her killer. So do not take me down that road, Gaia. You have one chance to save yourself.
The attack is planned for tomorrow. Unity Day. There are 3 bombs. And Gravik knows you'll be there.
How?
I don't know. There's so many operatives in the field. 100 at least.
Fracking pods?
Most of their identities are kept secret, even from us.
Your mum would be very proud of you, for coming to see me.
Was this a trap?
Tomorrow, there are 3 couriers, including me, all at points near Vosse de Ninier Square. I'll mark each back with infrared spray.
Yeah.
Gaia's come back.
I don't trust it.
Well, I don't think he fully
No.
believed it either. And I mean, the line of there's hundreds of operatives that we don't even know the
Yeah.
identities to. They could be spying on them now. They could be anywhere.
I've got eyes on her. 2 backpacks.
A lot of backpacks in central Moscow. Gaia's painted ours with infrared spray. Infrared, got it.
X marks the spot.
We missed the pass.
That was real
That
quick.
was quick.
My old age didn't even notice.
No, they did that really well.
Yeah.
The other one's south. Let's move.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Also being the same
The
girl.
same girl with the same ball.
Kid and biking boy. 1, 2, the scrolls are coming for you. Ah!
Wasn't that his drinking buddy?
That was the
The guy that asked for the
pub.
vodka? Yeah.
Don't change again. Oh! That was the woman kissing on the park. On the bench.
And Gravik.
It's empty.
They're empty, yeah.
Decoys.
I'm so worried everyone is going to turn around.
Whoa! Yeah, they played him.
Yep. No! No! Ah! Oh God! Oh God! This what? No! Ah!
No!
No!
No! No, Maria! No! Don't end like that. That's a kick in the teeth. Special guest star Kobe Smulders.
Yeah.
I was hoping she was going to turn into a into a scroll. Or
Yeah,
something.
I was hoping she was going to turn, but
My
oh,
God,
my
the
God.
the change where it was the hill bang. I thought maybe, Fury. I thought maybe that was Fury, and
she was
and
gonna-
it was a
yeah,
scroll that he was shooting. But then the maniacal Samuel L.
Smile.
Jackson has a great maniacal smile.
The evil chaos that he can bring to his face. That was amazing.
That whole ending, I was enamored with the whole thing. I wasn't expecting the brutality
Yeah.
of Gravik. Like, I was expecting a kind of, we've been conditioned to have these, monologues that villains do or characters do, and he turned around. I thought he was going to talk to Fury. No, not turn around and be like a bang. And then the chaos happening, the panic. Given into context everything that we'd heard previously about the different operatives and all that sort of stuff, about who could be what, and then the whole thing, the shooting of Maria Hill. Samuel L. Jackson has a maniacal.
He has a maniacal smile. But the turning around and blowing up the bombs is such a, you thought you knew.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
And just the reveal of Gravik being the little girl with the ball, the woman kissing on the park bench,
the guy
at the bar. So he's and as I said in the video, there was such a metaphor in the bar when they're talking about the truth and Fury being 3 moves ahead while having the physical representation of the chessboard. That is the peak of what the show is. People are playing chess. Yet some people are 3 moves ahead, and Maria Hill saying the Fury I knew would have been 3 moves ahead. That's not to say we've got 5 episodes left. That's not to say he's not already planned stuff, or if he is actually what people are describing.
See, I'm getting a vibe from this of the, are you too old to be here now? Has this moved on past you and into something else? Are you past your prime?
You know what that is? That's the last few Bond movies.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Is the 00 program outdated? Are you too old, Bond?
Outdated? Is your theories and the contacts that you have, is the way you think now not how the rest of the world thinks.
Yeah, and the impact that the blip had on him.
Yeah.
Where that seems to be a very significant focus on a lot of characters.
On a lot of characters,
which has led to the current predicament of, you weren't able to fulfill your obligation and promise, and, it caused unrest within the Skrulls. Talos got exiled. So...
And this is the interesting thing that we're starting to see within the Marvel movies and TV shows, is the implication that the blip has had, whether it be what happens when your heroes disappear because Carol blipped, and then her blipping back into Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan's chaos.
Oh, she didn't blip.
Did she? I thought she blipped.
Carol didn't blip. Carol was just in deep space, providing aid for the blips.
That's right.
The blippies.
Apologies. So it's going to be interesting to see the psychological impact that the blip has had and the trauma that it has caused. Still, not necessarily just the what we saw in Spider-Man, where it was what happens when you blip back into your apartment and it's not your apartment anymore, and there's a new family living there. Because
that's really kind of been the only movie where the post-blip has been explored outside of the Avengers series, and even kind of Quantumania.
Yeah.
Even though Quantumania didn't touch on it too much, it's more about reestablishing the relationship with the family of the people who were gone. Hawkeye had it too.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be very interesting, especially a character that was so central to holding together the fabric of S.H.I.E.L.D., now Sword and Saber, and the Avengers, how that's going to play in the next few episodes. We've got some... a very different Rhodey in this as well. He's even in his brief appearance, it wasn't the hero that we're familiar with. It's that he's still working with the government, and now it's kind of you need to deal with this Fury problem. He's got all of our secrets. Deal with it. So how he's going to go forward, I think, is going to be very different to the James Rhodes War Machine that we're familiar with. But just in that final scene where there was the transition of Gravik from the little girl and all that calls into question Sonya, Olivia Colman, who was delightful.
Yes.
That calls into question her as well, because that was all leading up to her men putting Fury on a hood. So there's a lot of political intrigue and the espionage, but the paranoia is going to be playing big as well.
The paranoia is going to be massive through this, and it was definitely an interesting first episode to set up with such a shorter series as well, where this is going to go, because I don't know.
No, there are some things that are very similar to the events that transpired, where they're taking real life people out and replacing them with Skrulls, putting them in the suspended animation, and I liked the extracting of memories to really get that integration in. And the strength is interesting as well, because Talos got owned in that fight. He was not even expecting that strength, and he knows that Skrulls, he is very strong. But you saw it in the fight between Gaia and Maria Hill as well. Maria got dominated, and this is not someone to be taken lightly as a spy and fighter. But yeah, the development of the Skrulls is going to be very interesting, especially with the current mindset of Gravik providing a safe haven, to new Skrullos to live, and they're growing traditional Skrull flora, having Skrull food, and then you have the warrior element, those that go out and do the fighting. But yeah, they've taken some elements with the replacing of the bodies. They've changed one of the phrases in Secret Invasion. It's "He loves you," is the phrase they always say, and now it's the home with a face, I think it was called,
or the home within your own skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That phrase is seemingly the new phrase that they're going with to both use as a code name to enter into the compound, and as a unity thing.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. The parallels that both Talos and Fury are facing, where their old ways aren't working. especially with the conversation with Gaia, and the revelation that her mum has passed, which again, we're only hearing from Talos' face. So is that truth?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen it. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Is there a little mission going on there that we're not aware about? I don't know. Just purely speculating, because I never trust anything where I don't see a death.
Yeah.
And only get told about it.
What is it? If you don't see them die on camera, can you really trust
Yeah, can you really trust
in
it?
a TV series? Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a nice exploration, because we got the crisis of faith and Fury having a crisis of faith, and then that followed him up to Saber. And it was it for Talos? I think it was it for someone else? That could be referring to Tony dying, like the whole Endgame situation. I think, and then you have the crisis of faith that Talos is facing. He's lost his daughter, he's lost his wife. His daughter's fighting for the people that he's claiming killed his wife, for Gravik. He got exiled. So you've got the two main characters having a huge character arc of self-doubt and a belief in themselves. And you saw the arrogance of Fury early on when he is talking to Simone. He's put the bug in, and he's doing his spy games and spycraft. Even though she's saying you're old, they've moved on, he still has that arrogance. Even when he's interrogating and intimidating the art dealer, he has that suave confidence. But then you see that facade crumble when they realize that the bags are decoys, which means they've been set up, or Gaia was actually telling the truth and saying we're marking, but someone was observing.
Yes, exactly.
There's
always the question of was she feeding information, or was the information she was fed incorrect?
Is something bugged?
Yeah. Is someone bugged?
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of brief looks. And when Gravik is in the diner, in the compound, speaking to I'm going to say one of his generals, he looked over at Gaia.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was in a way of I trust her. I think it's going to be we're going to play her.
We're going to play her.
Because of the relationship with Talos.
Yes. Agreed.
And I really liked it. Martin Freeman, and the tone was set from as soon as Martin Freeman was revealed to be a Skrull. There was the unease in that entire situation, the monologue going over where it's do we trust the people that are closest to us and that we know? Yeah. And I think that's going to be a theme going on. We are going to be questioning everything moving forward. I am hoping that was a life model decoy of Maria Hill.
I really hope so.
And that she comes back.
I really
hope
so too. I don't want her to be dead.
I hope that was not the OG Maria Hill.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be something that is incredibly engrossing about the series. And very, very excited to see where this series go. I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute. Piss the AI intro off. That was rubbish, and that almost ruined the tone of the show, because that was arse.
And as I said in our introduction as well, it's all the other introductions we have had into the movies and into the TV shows encapsulates you and immerses you into what's about to come. That took me right out and made me feel really uncomfortable.
Yes. But it was uncomfortable just because it looks so terrible.
It looks so terrible.
And you come out of AI being used in a great way in Across the Spider-Verse, where it was helping the artists with their workflow to avoid repetitive tasks of the animated transitions. Yet you have this, which is literally just here's something here's something ugly created completely by AI.
Yeah.
When you are a comics company at its core, you have artists, you have animators, you have a writer's strike going on. Read the room, read the ethics about it. It's not that hard. You are setting a dangerous precedent to say to all of your workers and all of your staff, you are replaceable with a code. You are a freaking comics company. Develop some sort of morality and read the room. The artists have been saying it for the last freaking year. That it's stealing their work and other people are stealing all their work, and you can easily tell it's a distinct style.
Yeah.
You come from having the best animated movie of all time in Across the Spider-Verse, She-Hulk having the lovely painted endings.
Yep.
Alex Ross was doing the Spider-Man endings.
Yep.
You have creative introductions and animators. They could have easily done a great propaganda piece for the intro of Who Do You Trust, drawing on the paranoia and really setting the tone.
Even if they wanted that changing through of really contemporary art style and that kind of molding and art that changes through, we know artists that can do that.
Any professional animator can do that.
Yeah, and there are artists that you can draw, like, go to.
But look at how creative the Black Widow opening was.
Yep.
They could have done exactly the same as that.
Yep.
Just with scrolls.
Yep.
Like, and they could have gone and made it like a transition piece where you've got the various strings of different attacks and seeing all that sort of stuff. Just, it's lazy, it's unethical, and it's incredibly poor timing after, especially a lot of the Marvel and DC artists have been saying how worried they are and just about it, and the ethics are being ignored. So it's really disappointing and disheartening that they went the AI opening. I hope they do change it, even if it's quick, even if it's just a secret invasion. I don't care. Even
now, if it's just a pop-up of secret invasion, I'd rather have that than we'll have to sit through that again.
Yeah, I do not like that. And if that's going to be something that's going forward, a lot of companies are going to do, it's going to piss a lot of people off.
And it's going to
affect a lot of creatives. Yep. And a lot of creatives, I think, are going to be a big backlash.
Yep.
And it's going to work out poorly for all the companies that employ artists and animators. I think they'll all get together and create a lot of noise, which they should, because that was just rubbish. But yeah, anyway. I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Okay.
But yeah, that was aside from the intro, that was a really great first episode. Very excited to see where it goes.
Very interested to see where it goes.
Yes. But yeah, can't wait. Tell us your thoughts on Secret Invasion Episode 1 in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And as always, keep it nerdy.